Where then on Ulez do you stand? Because this, to me, it suggests that actually not only are they anti-science, we had the Deputy Mayor, Shirley Rodriguez, apparently trying to actually change some of the language.
Lean on Imperial College.
Yeah. And Professor Christopher Griffiths. Yeah. Now, are you of the view that actually this is both anti-science and it's anti-motorist?
Well, certainly the science is far from conclusive. As it was indeed for a lot of stuff to do with COVID. You know, we had a kind of political adoption of a particular sort of science, which is what Sadiq Khan is doing with the Ulez thing. TfL produces its own clean air or contaminated air map, which is a live map that you can look up online, and it gives you the quality of air across London, Greater London, all the way to the M25. And you will see from it that the areas that are blue are largely outside the very heart of London. And blue is basically clean air, and the vast majority of that area is blue. And what isn't blue is green, and then there's a very small orange bit in the middle, which isn't apparently perfectly clear and clean air. So by his own stats that he puts out, his own analysis, there isn't a crisis over the quality of air in London. So let's just get that straight. Then the other thing is that this is undoubtedly a regressive form of taxation.
Oh,
it hits the working and middle classes much harder than anyone else. People who have to use their car, not their 4x4 to drop Johnny at school, but their car to get to the hospital to work as a nurse, or to get to Heathrow Airport, or wherever it is that they're working. And he's got a complete blind spot, as far as I can see, Sadiq Khan, for the constituency that he's meant to represent. He is, after all, a member of the Labour Party. He should be championing the interests of the working and middle classes, but he doesn't do it. He's got a war going against the car. We've seen that across the board in London, with low-traffic neighbourhoods, extension of bicycle lanes to the point where actually cars have to sit idling because they used to be able to flow easily, but they can't do it now. 20-mile-an-hour zones, which, by the way, the science suggests creates much more carbon emissions than if you move at 30 miles an hour. So he's at sixes and sevens to himself. He needs to raise money. TfL's in financial trouble. I don't believe a word that comes out of Sadiq Khan's mouth.